Alright, Barry, we're here in Lake Verity. Now let's catch us that legendary Pokemon. Oh, but wait, who's this guy over here? Yeah, some creepy dude with blue hair is literally just standing here by the lake talking to himself. Like, he's not with anybody, he's not talking on his phone, he's just talking to himself. And then he walks away, and he's like, allow me to pass, step aside. Like, whoa, you think you're so important or something that we're just gonna get out of your way for you? But yeah, that guy's name is Cyrus. Don't worry too much about him right now. We will see him later on in the game. But yeah, that's Cyrus, the crazy guy with blue hair. And we're just gonna kind of ignore him because we're too excited about catching this legendary Pokemon. And as a matter of fact, Barry actually heard it cry, so he's like, now let's catch it, this is our chance! And we're like, wait, we don't have any Pokeballs. Like, you know, they actually say P-O-K accent E balls, Pokeballs. We don't have any. I love how they spell it out with the accent, which is hilarious. But yeah, it took us this entire time to realize we don't have any Pokeballs to catch the legendary Pokemon. Like, I don't know, I thought we could have just maybe grabbed it with our hands or something and just like, I don't know, we could have came up with something, but Barry's gonna chicken out and go back to Sandgem Town. So we're gonna follow him over there because that's where the professor is, that's where everyone else is at. Sandgem Town. So yeah, let's work our way through the grass here. You're probably gonna run into some wild Pokemon. In this first route here, you can find Starly and Bidoof. We actually have our first random encounter right here, which is a Starly. Now, I would actually recommend Starly. It's a good Pokemon to use. It's a flying type, and it's always nice to have flying type Pokemon on your team. But Starly has really good attacking power, so it's pretty good. Bidoof isn't really that great of a Pokemon, to be honest. It becomes a water type when it's evolved as a Bidoof, but it's really not that great. So I'd recommend Starly and not so much Bidoof. So yeah, you're going to find Dawn over here, and she's going to give you a quick tour of Sandgem Town. And Barry's going to run out of this house and thud into me once again. It's like, geez, Barry, settle down for once and just, like, walk through a door like a normal person. But then he's gonna run away and start his adventure or whatever. So yeah, he is very impatient. Don said it best, but we're gonna go inside the lab for now and talk to Professor Rowan. Unfortunately, Barry's, like, way ahead of us, probably trying to get his first gym badge already. But yeah, I guess he forgot about going after the legendary Pokemon because he came in here to get Pokeballs and then he just kind of just went the other way, so I guess he's just giving up on that idea. Anyways, it's time to name my Turtwig here, and I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to name Turtwig after myself, Lueroi. This is what Maryland used to do when he played through the Sinnoh Region, and I always kind of liked that, naming your starter after yourself, so yeah, I'm going to name you Lueroi. So now we get to spend the rest of the game building a nice team around Turtwig. So that should be fun. Anyways, we're doing good here, and it's about time to get our Pokedex, actually. So Dawn is gonna say some stupid stuff. Who really cares? She's not important. But back to you, Professor Rowan. It's time to move on to the main topic, which is... oh wait, he's gotta formally introduce himself. Dude, it's like we've already been talking to you. You don't need to introduce yourself again. But yeah, he basically just wants to give you his Pokedex. Because like we said before, you know, Rowan just likes handing out valuable, rare stuff. Like, for instance, he gives us his Turtwig for free. Now he's giving us his Pokedex for free. Like, what else is this guy gonna do for us? We just met him, for crying out loud. But yeah, he's gonna give you the Pokedex, which is a way to keep track of all the Pokemon you find in the game, which is pretty nice. You have to get one of these at the beginning of every journey. Otherwise, it's like not a legitimate Pokemon adventure without your Pokedex. So now that we have our Pokedex, we can get going and be awesome and catch all the Pokemon in the world and, you know, be Pokemon masters and stuff like that. So yeah, this right here is Dawn. She has a Piplup on her team, so if you're wondering who got the third Pokemon, yeah, she has a Piplup. So she's actually going to show us a little bit more of Sandgem Town, so we can complete the tour in a little bit. So yeah, our grand adventure awaits. Now we can finally get out of here. And here's his little, oh, this is Dawn's father. How about that? Yeah, these people must be so bored. They literally just stand here all day and don't do anything. Like, I don't understand. They have all these cool machines in the laboratory, but I don't even know what they're used for, because no one is ever, like, touching them, ever. So yeah, right here, they're just gonna shout, like, I'm surrounded by people, like, what is going on? But yeah, he's gonna give you TM27, so he's giving us more free stuff, like it wasn't enough already that we got the Pokemon in the Pokedex. But TM27 is a move called Return. It's a normal type Pokemon, or sorry, it's a normal type move, and every Pokemon can learn it pretty much. The more friendly your Pokemon are towards you, the more powerful the move will be. So, once you've gone a long ways through the adventure with your Pokemon, it's going to be a really powerful move. So yeah, now we'll pocket that TM and get the rest of the tour. So right here's the Pokemon Center with the red roof. It's where you can heal up your Pokemon for free at any time. The building with the blue roof is the mart, which is where you can buy items and sell items. Nice place to get potions and Pokeballs and things like that. Oh yeah, and Don says before we go any further in our adventure, we should go back to our house back in Twinleaf Town and say goodbye to our mom. Because the last thing we want to do is just leave without ever saying goodbye to her. That's a horrible thing to do. So yeah, let's head back. It's actually pretty easy to get back to your house because, as this guy will tell you, you can jump down these ledges. It's like a shortcut. So yeah, there you go. Unfortunately, you can't climb back up those because our player has no athletic ability. I think someone around here gives you an item. Actually, you know what? I think it's that dude up there, but I'll just talk to him on my way back, so let's not worry about it too much right now. So yeah, let's hop down these ledges some more, back into Twinleaf Town. And this will probably be the last time we're ever here. Or the last time we're ever actually doing anything productive here. So let's go and talk to our mom, tell her that we're leaving her forever. Oh, welcome home. Yeah, I'm not going to stay here for long, don't worry, but she will heal up your Pokemon, which is nice. I don't even know if my Pokemon were weakened at all, but, yeah, she's just like, hey, go for it. Professor Rowan wants you to do something big. Yeah, just go do it. Get out of here. So she'll give you the journal, which is just a thing that keeps track of your daily events. It's like when you turn off the game, and you come back on, it'll tell you what you just did, which is kind of handy, actually. And then your mom's going to say goodbye for one last time, and yeah, we will never see her again. We will literally never see her again. Actually, maybe we will see her once or twice, but we're not going to come back and visit her. But yeah, Barry's mom comes in here and she's like freaking out. She's like, oh my gosh, Barry just left. He never came back and said goodbye to me. And it makes me feel like such a good child because I actually took the time to come back and say goodbye to my mom. But of course I'm only doing that because the game makes me. I never would have done it otherwise. But yeah, then she wants you to deliver this parcel to Barry. So yeah, now we have to do something for his mom. I guess it's the least we can do after she just got completely screwed over by her own son. So anyways, let's head back to Sandgem Town. I'll probably just cut away. I almost forgot. Yeah, talk to this guy right here, and he will give you a potion for free. So yeah, it's like a free sample. You can use potions to heal up 20 HP from your Pokemon, which is pretty nice. So grab yourself a potion, and let's cut back away to Sandgem Town. Alright, so before you head north to meet up with Dawn, I'd recommend heading south into Route 219. Route 219, you can't really do anything over here yet. You need Surf, which is something that happens way later on in the game, but you can grab this item right here, which is an antidote, which cures poison, so that'll come in handy later on in the game. But that's really all there is to do there now. There are a couple of houses, we're not really going to worry about them. Let's just head straight to the good stuff. So over here in Route 202, you're going to find Dawn, and this is the awesome part of the game where you get, where they teach you how to catch a Pokemon. So no matter how many times you played this game before, no matter how many other Pokemon games you played before, you still clearly don't know how to catch Pokemon, and you need someone to teach you how. Or maybe this is your first time playing and you actually do need to figure it out. So she's just going to do all this for you. You don't have to click any buttons, it's just like a free tutorial. Basically, to catch Pokemon, first you have to weaken them down. If you see that little HP bar, the closer it is to 0, the easier it'll be to catch them. Also, if you put any kind of status condition on your Pokemon, like paralysis, burn, freeze, it will make them easier to catch. Sleeping as well. But yeah, you can just go to your bags, your bag item selection. I can't talk right now. Click on the bag key on your touchscreen and then go to Pokeball, and then you can throw it. And then, of course, you'll find Great Balls and Ultra Balls and all sorts of different kinds of Pokeballs that are more effective depending on different circumstances. But yeah, there you go. That's how you catch a Pokemon. So yeah, if you want a Bidoof, it's that easy to catch a Bidoof. They're really not that hard to get early on in the game. So she's like, oh, isn't it neat? Like, yeah, I guess it is neat catching Bidoofs. I mean, everyone loves catching Bidoof. No one really uses Bidoofs on their team. Everyone just uses Bidoofs for HM Slave, let's be honest. But she's going to give you some Pokeballs so you can catch your own Pokemon, and I probably won't be catching all the Pokemon I see just because I never really like doing that. So yeah, let's just get moving on here with Route 202. I believe there are some trainers to fight, so... Or Wild Battle. Yeah, I absolutely hate Wild Battles. I'm just gonna cut them all out when I run into them, because there's no point of watching me run away from them anyways. Yeah, I never fight Wild Battles, I always just run. They're actually not bad to fight because they're good for experience and everything, but whatever. I just don't like wasting time with it. Alright, so here we go. We're facing our first trainer here on Route 202, and this dude has a Starly on his team. It's at level 5, so it's a decent challenge, but it's not really anything too tough. But yeah, my Lueroi, let's look at that. Lueroi is a female Turtwig. I, like, completely didn't even know. Wow, I named a female Pokemon after myself. That was just a genius move on my part, but whatever. Who really cares anyways? No one's gonna notice. No point in turning off the game and going back now. But yeah, here's a Starly. Just keep attacking it with Tackle or Scratch or whatever move you have. Most people don't catch Pokemon this early on in the game, but if you want, you can catch your own Starly or a Bidoof or something. And actually, once you get here on Route 202, you can catch a Shinx, which is an Electric-type Pokemon, which is pretty awesome because there's usually not, like, those awesome types like Fire, Water, and Electric this early on, but you can catch an Electric-type pretty early. So grab yourself a Shinx. It is a good Pokemon. I would recommend it. And also, you can catch a Kirketot on this route. Kirketot's kind of a crappy bug type. If you're playing in the morning or night, you can find one. But yeah, we'll just get going with the trainer battles here. I'm not really too concerned about catching any wild Pokemon right now. So yeah, we'll fight her. Actually, come to think of it, I might catch myself like a Shinx or a Bidoof or something, just as a temporary team member, because I don't plan on catching any more Pokemon for a while, so I might want someone to fight alongside Lueroi the Turtwig. But I don't know, I'll think about it. Anyways, yeah, all these Pokemon are at level 5, so they're pretty good for experience, actually. And my Tackle missed, that sucks. Yeah, every once in a while your moves can miss. It's like a 5%... I missed again! What the heck? It's only a 5% chance of missing with Tackle. So that is actually just absolutely ridiculous that I missed twice in a row. There's a 1 out of 20 chance I would even miss once, so the odds of it missing twice in a row are just like 1 in 400, so I just got completely screwed, but whatever. Instead of dying here, I'm probably just going to use one of my potions, so let's go ahead and do that. That's why it's always good to have those on hand. So that'll heal up 20 hit points. And yeah, the last thing I want to do is lose a battle on like the second round of the game. That'd just be embarrassing. Like actually losing to a frickin' Bidoof. But yeah, let's just tackle away here. You actually probably will need to go back to the Pokemon Center and heal, or use your potions, whichever you prefer, because it's not easy to get through all these trainers without having to heal up at all. And Lueroi's at level 8, so we are making some serious progress level-wise here. And we defeated the trainer, so that's nice. Anyways, I'm probably going to run into quite a few wild Pokemon in the grass here, but there's no way around it, we'll just have to deal with it. Ah, there we go. Yeah, later on in the game you can get repels to ward off wild Pokemon. That will be the greatest day of my life when I find those, because I absolutely hate wild encounters. And I will cut them out every single time, and I will never fight the wild Pokemon. Alright, so here's youngster Logan. He's got a Burmy on his team, which is another bug type. Kind of a crappy one, so it's pretty easy to kill. Especially if you have like a Chimchar with Ember already. But even for Turtwig, it should be pretty easy. So we'll just keep tackling away. Early on, all you're going to have is Tackle or Scratch or whatever, but once you get up a few levels, you will learn a pretty good move. Hopefully one that matches your type if you're lucky. But yeah, let's finish this thing off here. Goodbye, Burmy! Burmy's not a Pokemon I plan on adding to my team, but I don't know. It's not as bad when it evolves, but it's kind of crappy as a Burmy. He's like, you beat me, you've got talent. It's like, I must be the most talented trainer in the world to defeat you and your Burmy. Anyways, we have one item to grab over here, and we're probably going to run into a wild Pokemon. Oh, of course. Alright, and it is a potion, I believe. Yeah, so there we go. And now that we're done with Route 202, we can get to Jubilife City, so we made some great progress here. I don't know why I started talking to this guy, but yeah, next time we'll head into Jubilife City and see what's going on over there. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you guys all next Friday.